Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am back with my Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit. I've pulled out this piece of paper from Pink Paisley, which is number 19 from the Pick Me Up. And I've also have a sheet of Basil Marshmallow cardstock and Lover's Lips inklings. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm using this one photo of my daughter and my husband. This was right before her surgery to have her tonsils removed. And I'm also participating in the Scrapbooking is my superpower challenge for today, and that is the random motifs for the month of April. Today is zebras, and this is the only zebra I have in my stash, so I'm going to incorporate it somehow. And I also pulled this admission ticket, and these are from the carousel chipboard sheet. So let's see what I can do. Well, the first thing I'm doing is using this Tim Holtz stencil, and I have some Faber-Castell pearlized modeling paste or texture paste. I'm not exactly sure which they call theirs. And I'm using a palette knife here, and I'm just going to go ahead and smush the texture paste throughout the entire stencil. And I'm going to make a line completely down the page so that these dots are like completely from this point. I'm not covering it up from like the 12 by 12 page, but just this section. So once I pull up the stencil, I dry it a little bit, and then I place the stencil down over top of the dots that are already there so that they are lined up perfectly. And there you can see the dots. It's like one rectangle of dots right there. Okay, so voila, I have my dots down. And now I am using some of those Shimmers products that came in my Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I don't think they came in the same month. I think one month I got the gold and one month I got the pink. And I'm just adding more water as I go, just to, you know, thin out the color or kind of make it like not as dark. So I'm thinning it out. And my paper towels have a design in them. As you can see, they're quilted, and every time I roll them, they basically put that design into the media on my page. So now I'm blotting it instead of rolling it. And I'm just trying to figure out like what I'm doing here. So then I decide to, well, this is part of the reason why I did that was I wanted some of the color out. So I decided to spray the brush, and I knew that that would get the color out, and then I could add it a little bit more to the page. Now here is that gold, and I am just mixing it up, and I'm putting it all over the page. I'm adding some more water first, and then I'm just going to paint. Like, I'm going to go at it. And I have to say, I really, really love using my Tim Holtz Tonic Studios grass mat. Yeah, because, you know, I like to work on this stuff outside. My glass mat. Really, really like it. Really easy cleanup. Super easy. Like, it's definitely not going to stain like my pink cutting mat that is on top of my table here. So it makes me super happy. Like, I'm loving this sucker. I'm so glad that I let my husband buy it for me when I went to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. I'm super glad I did. So here I am, and I'm just deciding to add a little bit more dark bits on places. And no real rhyme or reason to where I'm choosing to paint other than it looked like it needed some. Then I'm going to go ahead and splatter again, and then blot again. All right, there we go. And I'm happy with the way this is turning out for sure. Okay, I probably could have cut out me wiping off that mat, but look how easy it was. Super easy. Now I actually am going to stop the video, and I went and cleaned my brushes. And now I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put these little framey bits, these little frame / label-y type bits that I had cut out from that paper that came in the kit. And I'm just trying to put them, you know, in various places, and because I want it to look purposeful, but I still want it to look random. Like, I don't want it to look so random that I had no freaking idea what I was doing, but I want it to look decent. Now this is tulle, and I got a spool of this from Hobby Lobby, and I got it when it was on sale, just because I really like the way tulle looks underneath of my photos and in between layers between the photos and the papers that I use to mat them. And I have no idea what I'm doing right now because I did make this page a little while ago. I was flipping through my 6x6 paper pads, and that is because Crystal of Pineapple Papers has been doing a For the Love of Paper Pads series on her channel, and she has really, with her videos and talking about using up her paper pads, it's really challenged me to make a conscious effort to use my paper pads, because I do have a photo box of paper that I keep right here on my desk, and it has 6x6 and 6x8 and some 8x8 and some 4x6, like bits of papers, like little bits that will be perfect for just adding them into your scrapbook page. So I'm really challenged by what she has done and scrapbooked. I'm going to go ahead and use my tiny attacher just to staple the tulle onto the paper, and that way I don't have to mess with glue or anything. And of course, in the middle of it, I run out of staples, and I just pop them back in there, and like it's really easy to use that tiny attacher. And then there's just a little bit too much tulle there, so I go ahead and trim that off. And now for the moment where the photo goes over top of the tulle and the paper. And I'm offsetting it just a little bit. It's not going to be like so rigid and so set in its ways. Like it's not going to be this is this and this is this and boom, boom, boom. And I think that's okay because I haven't really done anything yet on the page. Like, I haven't committed to anything besides that mixed media in the background. And I wanted to loosely get these guys on that page because I needed to trim it down because I felt like it was kind of getting lost. Like the white background, everything just kind of flew off to the ether. Like there was no ending point of the page. It felt very, very ethereal, very like just craziness, and who knows? It just wasn't working for me. I felt like I needed to border it. Why didn't I just say that? It wasn't working. I needed to border it. Boom, done. No, and I gotta say, like, it's just going off into the ether like a Nimrod. Oh, boy. This is what happens when you're voicing over and you're tired and you just spent who knows how long doing a voiceover and your device crashes and loses all your data, which sucks. Like, sucks bad. And I gotta say, I do try to do my voiceovers in one shot. I don't like to stop in the middle of them. So if I screw up a word, I either ignore it and move on or draw your attention to it. but, you know, that's how it is. Okay, and I decided to go ahead and bring these frames all the way to the edge of the black cardstock and not just on the white cardstock. And I'm okay with that. Like, I think it's fine. There's little pieces that are like going off the edge. It's not all of them. And then once my photo goes here, I realized that that guy is actually going to be completely covered up. So there's really no reason for me to put him that direction, and I decide to do him on the other direction. Now here is my little random zebra, and that, oh goodness, I think that was day 1, wasn't it? April 1st or something for the scrapbook. Scrapbooking is my, what is it? Scrapbooking is my superpower challenge from Shamel, and it is the 10th, and I'm just doing this voiceover now. Yeah, I just rolled my eyes. You couldn't see it, but you could probably feel it. And here I am, futzing around. I gotta stop all this futzing around because it really drives me crazy. Just stick it down, stick it down. There you go. I'm like, finally, I can it. Hooray. I like the back of that 6x6 paper right there too. Duh. You just put adhesive back there. Why did you think you were going to be able to pop that zebra down on top of that label and just pull it off? Boy, sometimes I watch myself scrapbooking and I'm like, oh yeah, good, did that. I would totally do that. And sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, what are you doing, you dingus? Like, figure it out and just get it done. And like these stupid little framey label things, I had them arranged and I loved the way they looked. And then my photo came down and I had to change it up a little bit. And now I'm just keeping on messing with it. And it's like, shut up and just do it. Lord, Lord, Lord. And that's all I keep doing is moving these things around. Are any of these actually in their original spot? I don't know. But I do know I need more adhesive because I've stuck them down and pulled them up so much. The adhesive is not strong. The adhesive is not strong with you. Or with you, the adhesive is not strong. Holy moly, guys. I should probably take a nap. Alright, so I knew I wanted to use this little Braver Together that came in the kit, and now I'm yawning. I definitely need a nap. And at first I was going to layer it over top of the zebra, but I decided not to. I decided to like have it be its own little element, and I'm just going to use some craft foam to pop it up. And that is some bright green craft foam. And I got it from Hobby Lobby because it was on a ridiculous clearance. And I'm happy with that. I'm like, yep, Braver Together. That's the way it feels. Going in for surgery. You got your mom and your dad with you. Like, boom, you are strong. You got this, girl. And then I decide I need some decoration over here. So one of those great little jobbies that I cut out is going to go over here as well. I'm just going to layer it up there, and I'm happy with where that is. I feel like right now I've got this big glaring ticket, so I'm going to have to do something with that. And I'm going to have to do something here with the photo to make it as exciting as the right-hand side of the page. So one of the things I decide to do is add some trim. And I just put some adhesive down the edge of my photo, and then I just add the trim and make sure that the little pom-pom balls are peeking out the side. And it's just a little teeny tiny bit too long, so I trim that little teeny tiny bit off. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my photo placed back down on the page, and I'm super happy with it and the way everything is turning out. So hooray! Now these are tabs, and I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate them on the Braver Together, but I just don't like it, and it just doesn't turn out. But darned if I don't try. And try and try and try. And then I think, well, maybe I'll do it like it's a full sticker, and the words are just sitting on top of it. But I don't like that. And look at me trying to use up a butterfly. But now we put him back. And then I've got these hearts, so I'm like, okay, we'll put you here, we'll put you here. We're going to make some things happen. And where the world does this last one go? Oh, it's driving me crazy. Crazy, 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 'cause I can't figure out where these hearts should go. Oh my word. Just stick them down and move on. Or peel them off and move on. Just move on. Okay. So now I'm going to look at these stickers, and I'm going to figure out what I can do and where I can like put some things and just brighten it up a little bit maybe. So I went ahead and layered those flowers underneath of that ticket, and I'm going to go ahead and place these flowers down as well. And it takes me a good mess of time to actually get it where I want to get it. I'm like, okay, I'll just layer that heart there then. And I'll put that guy there. Actually, no, he's not going to go there. Who knew I was so indecisive on this layout? Like, I am legitimately driving myself insane. Every time I pick something up, I have to add more adhesive. So why do I keep picking this crap off the page? It's a mystery that I can't solve. So go ahead, trim that little bit off. And like I'm starting to really like this. Like I can see it coming together. It's coming together similar to the way I was picturing it. Oh goodness. I'm getting everything layered up here. None of these little guys are going to be absolutely completely blank. And look at me go. I am adding butterflies. Are you guys proud of me or what? Like adding these butterflies. I gotta say, I was not happy when I got those butterflies in the kit. It just wasn't fun. I'm not a fan of butterflies in scrapbooking at all. Butterflies in real life are awesome, however. And look at me, putting them on the layout. And now I keep looking at this and I keep feeling like it needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more. And sometimes I just don't know what that little bit more is. So I got to flip through my things and I got to stare at the page and I've got to figure out like what is going to be that little bit more. And then I decide to do what I like to do, and that is place brads in the center of flowers. And I just really love placing brads in the center of flowers. It makes me happy. There's my big old head. And I just like it. Like, I like the look of it. And then I just do. Like, that's really all there is to it. I just like the look of it. Trying to get that perfectly placed, even though it looked fine before I started messing around with it. And then I'm pulling out these Tim Holtz words here, and I'm going to find some words that I can layer up and place around the page. So I'm figuring out where they would look best, and I'm just getting them on there, like getting it done, getting them on there and getting it done, because done is good. Although I really shouldn't say done. When our kids were little, we had a done jar, and whenever they would say done, we would say 5 cents in the done jar, because we wanted them not to say I'm done, but we wanted them to say I'm finished. So here I am, probably owe $1.50 in the done jar by now with what I have said just on this single layout. So kind of crazy. So I'm layering up some little bits again over here on this side because I felt like it needed a little bit more oomph. There's a great expanse of white paper and nothing really like amazing right there. So decided to go ahead and add that black label sticker and that butterflies there. I'm thinking about adding this today, but I really don't like any place I tried to put it, so that goes off to the side. Just trying to figure out like how to straighten this up just a touch and make it so that it is looking good. And then I decide that I'm going to journal in a bunch of these boxes, and it's not like one continuous thought of journaling that you have to follow box to box, but they're mini thoughts in the same subject. So it all has to do with her getting ready to go to surgery and getting there and waiting to be called back, and how we both went with her and all that kind of stuff. So it's all in the same thought pattern. It's just not one streaming consciousness of thought, if that makes sense. And I think now I'm just trying to figure out if I wanted to add more journaling or if I was done. And then I decided to add one more box of journaling and just add some other thoughts about the day and the whole process. And I'm just writing and writing and writing. I could have cut this out too, but nope, I did not. Okay, so I have these 3 spaces of writing, and that is going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for sticking with me and watching this video today. Here are some close-ups, and there's that zebra. Go ahead and head over to Instagram to check out Shamel's challenge.